Michelle McPherson here, and I've got something crazy exciting for you this week. It's actually a little bit different than the kind of stuff that I normally talk about, but it's something that's also like literally no joke, not a marketing exaggeration thing, is leaving money on the table for folks just like you and probably your family members and stuff too. So I think that this is something that, even though it's a little bit different than what we normally talk about, you are really going to benefit from it. And I'll tell you why. What I've got for you is a webinar with Joel Peterson and John Lane. And this webinar is about unclaimed funds. And unclaimed funds are basically when people are owed money and don't claim it for whatever reason. So an example would be that, let's say that you're young and you're just starting out. This actually happened to me. And they ask you to pay a deposit to get your electricity. So they want like a $500 deposit. That way if you never pay your bill and you skip out, then they still have some money. And at the end, or after a year with them, then they'll give you back that deposit. And it's just a way to build trust when you're like 18 years old and starting out. Now, if you leave and you don't give a forwarding address, and then that company, in our case it's PG&E, sends you a check and it doesn't go to you because you've since left, so they're trying to refund you that deposit and they can't. That goes into the unclaimed funds area. It's companies saying, hey, we owe this person money, but we can't find them, so I cannot pay them even though we owe it to them. Now, it's a little bit more complicated as far as where it goes after that, and I'm going to leave it to the guys on the webinar to explain it, but this kind of stuff happens all the time. It's crazy how much unclaimed funds there is out there. Now, on this webinar, they're going to show you two ways that you can find unclaimed funds, and one of those they call pocket change. And people will actually be able to find funds while you're on the webinar. They are going to give you the exact steps on how to do this while you're on the webinar. Now, you guys know that I never ever bring anything to you that I haven't looked at myself, that I haven't reviewed, that I haven't checked out and made sure that it's legitimate. So I know where they're going to tell you to go and how they're going to tell you to find these unclaimed funds. And I've done it because I wanted to see, does anything actually come up? So I can't show you on the screen because in my area it'll actually show like people's addresses and stuff like that. But my uncle, oh my god, I have a cat. Watch out, kitty cat. One of my uncles is owed $26.75 in dividends, another $26.75, $135 in liquidating fund earnings, $103.75 in principal payments, and another $6 for principal payments, and another $135 for liquidating fund earnings, whatever that is, I don't know, for a total of $270 in unclaimed funds that he's got sitting out there right now. So let me do another one, and I'm going to do this live. You can't see the screen again because these are like my family members, and I'm sure that they don't want their address going out to the whole internet. But this is my mother. Now my mother, this is her married name. So let's see, she's got $250 on one and another $62 on another one that is owed to her. Not a bad deal, right? If we put in, this is my cousin's father. He's got $481 due to refunds on insurance premiums that he overpaid. That's just the first one for him. The second one, $254 from the tax department of an insurance company. And he's got another $284 from the tax department of an insurance company. Okay, this is just sitting out here waiting for these people to find it. And if you've got money in there, or your family has money that was unclaimed at some point, then you can just go and file your claim to get this money. And that's why I want to bring this webinar to you, because it's crazy when you start going through some of your friends, some of your family members' names, how much money is sitting out there. And we all know in times like this how important that kind of stuff can be to people. Just a couple $100, you know. This guy, I think he had in total maybe $1,000 or maybe $800 if you totaled his up. How much would $800 help this person right now? Probably quite a bit. How much would my uncle's $270, would it help him right now? I don't know, but it's money that he's owed, and you might have some too. So I'd like you to enjoy this webinar. I'm really, really excited about it if you can't tell. And sign up. The sign up is right on your right hand side. I hope that you or your family members are some of the lucky folks who are actually going to find money on this webinar, because it is out there waiting for you. So enjoy this webinar. Really excited to bring it to you. Really excited that I found some money as well. And I hope that we can all share in that together. All right, thanks guys. See you on the webinar.